Done. So we are waiting for enough for other members to join. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another exciting meeting at Toastmaster for Hyderabad Entrepreneurs. Well, entrepreneurs create things and they can vision things, right? Today we are going to talk about an interesting topic, how to do, or rather how to perfect your elevator pitch. What's an elevator pitch? Hmm, tell something, offer something, or talk about something, or influence about something. Maybe you are in for a job interview. You're selling yourself. You're selling something or other thing at any point of time, isn't it? We are going to talk about elevator pitch, but what are the aspects of any elevator pitch? As I have always hear from our friend Colonel Tarun Kumar is that it just have few seconds, first few seconds to impress the other person. So how do you do that? Well, we'll get to know about more aspects, rather the real aspects of it, while we go to the different parts of the meeting. So we are going to have three sections in our press meeting. First section is about the table topics, which will be led by our dear friend Toastmaster Abdul Rahman. And second part is our elevator pitch, when one of our guests, our friend, will come forward and give an elevator pitch and will be evaluated by 2 or 3 people who will tell where the pitfalls are, what are the improvement areas, or what are the strengths of that elevator pitch, and how they do much better in real world giving before the actual investor or maybe a customer. Third part is where we have an experienced entrepreneur who is going to share his or her journey in Toastmaster, rather not Toastmaster, is an entrepreneurship and how Toastmaster has helped that person to achieve their goals. So let's start with the fun topic. I keep telling people when you want to be prepared to talk to people on the spot, customer or your wife, there's always a preparation needed. Maybe this is a critical point, but we need to prepare for that. And that's where we have our table topics in Toastmasters. Let me invite the table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Abdul Rahman, to explain how table topics actually works and how can it help us, and also start with the table topic session. Over to you, Abdul Rahman.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Raghu, for the excellent start of this session. Well, we are now going to start the table topic session, which is, as DTM Raghu said, it's going to be exciting, entertaining, and challenging as well. For the benefit of the guest, the main objective of the table topic segment is to encourage members and guests to develop their impromptu speaking skills, to effectively think on their feet by speaking on unrehearsed subjects. You have to maintain your cool when the question is asked. Table topic segment is designed to develop your essential communication skills like listening carefully, thinking, organizing your thoughts, and then speaking up. Okay, let's move on to some table topic questions. And I would like to call upon Toastmaster Tarun to take this question, please. Why is entrepreneurship important to any economy? Why is entrepreneurship important to any economy? Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abdul. Entrepreneurs are what they are. If you ask me what entrepreneurs bring to the ecosystem, I would say where you see problems, difficulties, an entrepreneur sees opportunities, solutions, and that is what makes this world go around. Have you ever wondered if you were to take and wait for a taxi, you would be waiting for too long. Those were the days when our parents used to call at the taxi stand and wait for the taxi, and they never knew whether this taxi was going to arrive or not. Lo behold, comes in Uber, and as famously we call it the Uberization of the ecosystem. They disrupted this entire model of where we were held captive by these taxi drivers. Now, this is how entrepreneurs work. They do not look at the profitability of the solution. They look at the problem solving aspect, which is grappling this human race, and profit comes on their own. Back to you, Toastmaster Abdul.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tarun, for the wonderful take. It's in fact, I think, a good learning for us. The next question is for Toastmaster Kalpana. Toastmaster Kalpana, introduce yourself to your new connection in business. Toastmaster Kalpana.
Sorry, can I get the question again?
Sorry, we can't hear you clearly.
He's asking you to repeat the question.
Okay. Toastmaster Kalpana, introduce yourself to your new connection in business. You have a business new connection in business. How do you introduce yourself to this new business connection?
Thank you. The traditional way to introduce myself to people around me is, hi, how are you all doing? I have been seeing you since my childhood, since you have been coming here and you have been visiting this place. I would really love to know how you have been till now. I would like to tell them that what my current activities are and how I would be performing. I would really want everyone to be healthier. So I want everyone to continue performing one particular hobby, and dance would be one of the best one where they'll be able to get health and also continue pursue their hobby. I know you must be thinking that it's too long or too late to start dance at this particular point of time, but let me tell you, when you get the right teacher, any moment to start is what will be the best time to start your dance. So as a classical dancer, I would like to introduce myself as a person who will be improving your lifestyle by teaching you dance and also helping you to learn an art form along with maintaining your health. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, DTM Kalpana. Adding an art form to your lifestyle definitely will help the person become more better. Now, my next topic is for guest Ravindra. Guest Ravindra, make people say, tell me more. Tell me more about yourself or your project. Guest Ravindra.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I couldn't get. It means I have to give a speech where I will be persuading the people to say, tell me about more about yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah. So I had interest in connecting with the people when I joined my career. And being a technical person, I was not able to do that kind of work. When I joined IIT Powai as a junior engineer, so there I was stuck in the campus only to looking after buildings and maintenance and repairs. But when I started my new job, then I got the opportunity to interact with people. That was a valuation job, wherein I would go visit the customers' flats, visit builders, and make valuation of the property. My interest, I never deviated from my interest, and I started to interact more with the people, and I got the opportunities. Very next after two jobs, I got the job in techno marketing also, wherein I could give service to building materials, and I could interact with people. So the interaction with the people was a good experience. And again, when I went deep into the relationship building, I thought that there is more to do, more to do with the people, rather than only connecting with them, solving their problems, making relationship with them, showing empathy to them. And connection is not an easy thing. So we, apart from just meeting and saying hello, then I realized that the business and the relationship is not just a word of relationship. It is far from relationship, wherein we have to stand by with the people in their difficulties also. We have to take ownership of their issues also, their problems also. That's how the relationship goes building on and on. and and I fortunately got opportunities to connect with the people, connect the stakeholders, wherein I always made a relationship with them. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Ravindra. Wonderful take. And I know you're new to Toastmasters, but still you have managed to speak so well and put your perspective in place. And we really look forward to you to join the club so that you can further refine your speaking skills. My next topic would be for DTM Padmakumar. DTM Padmakumar, successful entrepreneurship make successful entrepreneurs make their dreams and the dream of others come true. Your take on this, please.
We all know that it is easy to dream. Idle dreams have absolutely no purpose. We know that unless there is execution excellence, unless there is total effort in making the dream come true, dreaming is like Mungeri Lal ke Hazeen Sapne. We must realize that when an entrepreneur starts envisioning something, he is actually trying to solve a genuine problem being faced by many people. When Fanindra Sharma found it difficult to travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore during the days when Red Bus was not yet there, he just thought, what a nice thing it will be if I'm able to sit in front of the computer and see every single option in terms of travel, in terms of the seats available, in terms of the cost of each of these seats, if I'm able to make the booking as well. The realization of that dream today has provided all of us the ability to sit at our desk and plan our travel wherever we want to go. So not only did Fanindra Sharma make his own need vanish because of Red Bus, he made life easier for all of us. And today, he has helped all of us realize the ease of travel without having to go and stand in a queue in front of a travel agency and try to book tickets. I think this is just one example of all of those entrepreneurs who dream big and solve not just their own problems, but solve the problems of the people around them as well. Thank you so much. Back to you, sir.
Thank you so much, DTM Padmakumar, for the wonderful take. Now, I would like to request a guest to take a topic. I would like to invite guest Shazia. Guest Shazia.
Rehman, this will be the last topic, just for let you know, okay?
Okay. All right. Guest Shazia, you have 2 minutes.
Okay.
Explain why people should trust you.
Okay. Hmm. For investing any business, I should be able to win the trust of people. So why should people trust me? Because if they trust me, they will trust in whatever I do, and they will trust in my idea. They will trust with my money, with their money. And so why should people trust me is because when I'm able to show them my success numbers, and when I'm able to promise something, I should give them a sample of what I have done previously, and I should be able to provide with people who can give positive reviews. I should be able to provide them with positive reviews, and they should trust me because of my earlier work. They should trust my reviewers, or from my earlier businesses. And also because if I say I'm truthful, they should trust me that I'm saying truthful. For that, I think the best thing is you show them good numbers, good reviews, and I think that will take build some trust. Yeah.
Thank you so much to guest Shazia. It's a wonderful answer on that. And with this, I hand over the lectern back to distinguished Toastmaster Raghu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Saurabh. Sorry, Rehman. Been talking to my friend DTM Saurabh from morning, and then I'm just got used to that. Okay, to talk about elevator pitch, we talked about it is about pitching in any part of the life. There are few aspects how you can make your elevator pitch better. Starting with the hook, rather when you can catch the attention of your audience in the beginning itself. Try to use a phrase or try to use a question that will make all your audience hook to your pitch that stands outside, or rather apart from all the pitches that you see at that point of time. Second thing is talk about few important things in your pitch. The best pitch I've seen so far is when you talk about problem and a solution. When you're talking about the problem that you're trying to solve in your pitch, or rather in your solution, or rather the whole business that you're doing, is when people will be more interested. What is the exact problem that you're trying to solve here? Third thing is the technique that you should use is the balance method. Just like the balance, which talks of weighing about different things, weigh the different solutions that are offered in the world, the business world, and then talk about what is the weightage of your business. Let us say I'm going to talk about distributing, giving some items online where you can just shop and that will be delivered at your home. Now I need to talk about big basket, milk basket, blah, 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 different things that come up, Dunjo, different apps that are there. And why should my app stand separate? What are those things that stand separate from my app? How competitive, or what is that I'm offering separately from them? Doesn't mean that I have to be on top of things, but what is that unique feature that I'm offering? Third thing is hook point. Why are you giving that pitch? Let us say you have an idea. Are you trying to pool money? Or are you trying to extend your business for a partnership? Or what are you trying to achieve out of that should be available in your pitch. Fourth point, you talk about money. Entrepreneurs love money. Now, unless you talk about money, what is that is required, and what is the growth that you're showing? What is that return on the investment for the entrepreneurs? People won't be interested. It's more like you're telling them a story, a bedtime story to people. They will just hear it and then lose it, or rather even don't listen to you. So try to give a pitch where you have the actual numbers, factual numbers, and what are your sources? Where did you get these numbers from? And last but not least, how much are you appealing for? As a partnership, if you want a partner, what is the money that for partnership? Are you trying to sell your product, or maybe you're trying to sell your app, or maybe you're trying to get someone to take or pitch in some money? What is the actual amount that you're trying to pull in? And then talking about where do you see in different years, not just ROI, where do you see in different years? For example, let us say I'm pulling in for about 7 millions right now. And what after 1 year will be, the figures will be, and what after 3 years or 5 years, whatever the future that you see about that. Because you just don't pull in money, and the people, unless they see figures and then let they see actual strength in your idea, people are not going to invest. Last but not least, leave an appeal. The appeal where people see the value in overall. Sometimes if you're giving for a social cause, let us say, then try to give an appeal for people to start looking into what you're trying to achieve out of that. Let us say you're trying to just achieve some business out of your elevation page. So try to appeal there, asking for people that I am looking for so-and-so funds. Please look forward and do it. Opening, which is just bang on, and closing should have enough strength to keep people towards your pitch. Overall, try to bring actual figures is what entrepreneurs will love to look forward into your pitch. Let us see what we have in our elevator pitch today. But before that, our dear friend DTM Saurabh wants to give a speech, which will be just after this. Now, before I invite DTM Saurabh as a speaker, let me ask Toastmaster Rekha to give speech objectives for DTM Saurabh.
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster DTM Raghu. So today DTM Saurabh is going to give his speech on level 3 speech, connect with storytelling. The project objective for today's speech would be the purpose of the project for DTM Saurabh is to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. And the speech title is A Toast for Two Stories. A Toast for Two Stories. All the very best, DTM Saurabh. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rekha. Now, DTM Saurabh, when I asked him his introduction, he told he has started total 3 startups. 2 of them failed miserably, but he doesn't feel bad about it because he always try and then try and to do better. His 3rd startup is neither roaring or neither soaring. It's floating. And then he's proud of his achievement that he was able to help 5,000 underprivileged children through his startup. Wow, it's a great achievement. It's a great service to the society. So before I invite the speaker, DTM Saurabh, can you quickly check your audio?
Am I audible?
You're audible. DTM Saurabh, the stage is yours. Over to you.
This is Annie, or Mary, or Rekha, or anyone, doesn't matter. Someone, some Toastmaster. Her story is a story of a beaten up housewife for years by her husband, abused, tortured, verbally, physically, emotionally, socially, financially, battered, bittered, broken down into pieces, and then kicked out of the home. Confidence down to the dust, self-esteem disappeared, life lost all its meanings in all its forms. An usual story that we will see in many of the black and white Hindi movies or some of the art movies that we have. Unfortunately, it doesn't shock us anymore because we hear so many of them. But for each of these characters, this story means a lot. Now imagine the pain when they can't tell this story. Why can't they tell the story? Who's stopping them? Themselves. Something inside is gagging them. They never learn to speak. Fortunately, God has been kind on me and several others that we have the power to speak and express ourselves. Not everyone has that. And this character was someone like that. She walked into Toastmaster not to become a great public speaker or a leader, even though we say Toastmaster is where leaders are made. She came here because she was looking for a platform where she can share this story and such similar stories. Yes, she did expect sympathy. I know we give this gyan, don't expect sympathy, don't look for sympathy. But there are people who look for sympathies. Judge her if you want to. Who cares? Now, what did Toastmaster do to her? Initially, Toastmaster gave her the comfortable space for her to come, speak, falter, flutter, stutter, stammer, break down, and come back again the next day. She got elevating evaluations, she got redos, she did well in certain speeches, pathetic in others. But she kept on soaring, kept on roaring, but most importantly, kept floating. Today, this Toastmaster has completed not one, but 2 paths in Toastmaster pathways. She has given 32 speeches. For many of you, that's nothing. You can give 32 speeches in 1 week. For her, that's like climbing 32 Mount Everest. You and I will never be able to correlate with that, and thank our stars for that. This is the story of Katie, Perry, Loyola, whatever. Again, doesn't matter. It could be any Toastmaster. She is a very good speaker. She has been speaking at various conferences, seminars, and she is really a profound speaker. When she takes the stage, people are amazed. She's young, energetic, absolutely enthralling screen presence, powerful choice of words. What a diction, what pronunciation, what enunciation. If I want to be a speaker, I want to be a speaker like her. She's a role model for many and an envy, a reason for envy for many more. And when she came to Toastmaster, she didn't have much to learn really from a public speaking standpoint or from a leadership standpoint, because she was already driving her own entrepreneurial business, her family business for years. She had helped her dad grow the business from a small retail store to one of the biggest wholesalers and distributors of Punjab. So what's there for her to learn in Toastmasters? Toastmasters. Very often I get this question, is Toastmaster for me? Questions that comes from here and also here. These people doubt whether Toastmaster can help them because they're right down there. They simply refuse to believe that Toastmaster or any master in the world can bring them up at a respectable level. And these people have already been appreciated so much, decorated, rewarded, recognized. They feel that their learning has come to an end. They know so much already. What else can Toastmaster teach them? And here's what I will tell you. Each of us in our speaking journey are at a certain level. Part of it due to the way we have been hardwired. Part of it because of our upbringing, our education, our background, the kind of circumstances we have been through. How we express ourselves is a function of both of this. So certain people are at this level, certain people at this level, and certain people at this level. The good thing is that Toastmaster is an opportunity for all of us to rise from whichever level we are by several notches above. So someone who's at this level can go to this level, and someone at this level will go to this level. I have seen people come into Toastmaster meetings and watch others speak and then remark later that he's a Toastmaster for 10 years. He can't even speak, man. Did you see how he stutters? He couldn't speak for 5 minutes. Oh God, why should I come to Toastmaster? My friend, The speaker you're seeing today is the speaker you're seeing today. Did you meet the speaker 5 years back? You're seeing the speaker here, and you're already here by God's grace. So you're judging him or her. What about he moving from here to here? This is the journey that we keep on forgetting. And this is the journey that Toastmasters is all about. It's not about distinguished programs, it's not about district officers, it's not about distinguished Toastmasters. It is only about moving from point A to point B. And this journey is a toast that we raise every day when we meet in this Toastmaster meeting. Today, I told you a toast of 2 stories. You have a toast of many stories in this very meeting. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
I raise a toast to the toast of 2 stories. DTM Saurabh, what a great speech and inspiring all of us to achieve things, especially what DTM Talha bin Ahmed, the past district director of District 122 Pakistan, what he keeps saying is, your meeting is good as last meeting. Your speech is good as your last speech. So every time, keep improving yourself, keep doing better. In life, we may get several chances, but certain opportunities you never get often. And for those, you need to come prepared. Unless you're prepared, unless you go prepared, things will not go as you plan. As a great saying goes, if you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. So right now, the next section is all about plan and how you're going to present your idea in your elevator pitch. We talked in extensive about elevator pitch. We talked about a journey of an entrepreneur. Now let us see what does a person is going to offer his idea as a form of elevator pitch. My dear friend, Sai Balaji, are you good to start?
Yes, Raghu.
So
Thank you
do
so
you
much.
want to share your PPT?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me give a Toastmaster Abdul Rahman. Can you please give him rights, make him a co-host?
What's my time limit, Raghu?
It will be 3 to 5 minutes. You need to pay Shardul. It will be 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yep. At 3, I'll show you green. At 4, I'll show you yellow. And at 5, I'll show you red.
Right. Look at spin Shardul, timer hyphen Shardul. When you look at that, when you will be able to see the green, amber, and red card. Green at 3, amber at 4, and 5 is red card.
Yep.
You need to stop exactly at red card.
Okay.
Now, DTM Padma Kumar and Toastmaster Colonel Tarun Kumar, please note, as we don't have the third pitch evaluator, is supposed to be Toastmaster Sanjay. Please take 2 to 3 minutes, okay, for your evaluation. Sai Balaji, you're good to start.
Okay. Great. So I hope my screen is visible.
It is visible. Do you, can you please go in slideshow?
Yeah, done. Okay.
Thank you. Over to you.
So this is a quick introduction about myself as well as my startup. So I possess around 13 years of experience. I worked in IBM Malaysia and TCS before I pursue my full-time entrepreneurship. I'm a IIIT alumni who completed an executive program in artificial intelligence. Achieving digital transformation in the business is our business vision, or that is our key objective. What we do app development, process automation, and software development. So these are some of the stories that speak about our success. So we developed a social networking app similar to LinkedIn for an UK client. We developed a web application which handles almost huge load and that belongs to an insurance authority. We developed an e-commerce website and a career counseling app also for rest of the clients. Currently, we are working with a large investment banking organization on the startup idea. So before I start explaining about our product, I mean, as we all are entrepreneurs, I want you to remind the story again, and I want you to never forget the story. So this is about Nokia, and from 1998 to 2007, this is their journey. They were an industry leader. They are meant for successful and quality products, and their profit in 1999 is almost 4 billion. Even after Apple launching their first iPhone, Nokia is still the market leader. So the picture which you are seeing now is in 2007, was in 2007. Forbes covered them with a tagline, "Can anyone catch cell phone king?" So cut to the present day. Apple caught them, Samsung caught them, OnePlus, MI, Realme, and the list goes on. So we all know there are multiple reasons behind Nokia downfall. I hope I'm covering or I'm generalizing them in the moral of the story. No one is really too big to fail. Nokia was a market leader and they are literally nowhere now. Once your customer is not always your customer. We were all Nokia customers before, and not even 10% of us were still carrying the Nokia phone today. So either if you want to innovate or sustain or scale, customer feedback is the most important aspect. To generalize it, if we want any kind of positive outcome in our business, customer feedback is the most valuable asset. So my product name is and my product is all about capturing customer feedback in a very smart way and making our business alive. So this is the value proposition which you'll get out of my product. So this allows you to collect and analyze customer experiences seamlessly. We can create our own questions and question types. And we do have an option to collect customer name, phone number, and email address as well. So this is our pricing. We are going on subscription basis. And you can collect feedback from customers either by sharing a link or through a QR code. So this is how our app appears to the customer. I'm having only 5 times, so I'm going to my next product. So this is our next product. We call it as New Age Attendance Management Software. The reason why I call it as New Age will be explained it to you in coming slides. So this is how it works. The employee will scan the QR code at the entrance and they'll select the name. Once the name is selected, he's supposed to take a selfie from his mobile camera. He can either mark login or log out. We don't need any hardware. That's the reason I called it as New Age Attendance Management System. It completely works on QR and selfie based technology. The same QR code can be deployed at multiple branches. So this is the costing. And when it comes to reporting, so you'll have attendance log with employee photos, and it captures even latitude and longitude. And the best part is we can download it as an Excel. So this is my ask. So you can connect me with any of these people so that our products will add value to them. Thank you so much. Raghu, do I need to stop here or?
Thank you. You can.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Toshma. My dear friend, yes, Manoj. Sorry,
Thank you.
Balaji.
Okay.
Thank you for the confusion. Sorry for the confusion.
And as Saurav said, I got toasted today.
Talking further about elevator pitch. In the starting, after you have used the powerful line, set your credentials. Why you are the person who is the best to do that activity. Let us say, as an entrepreneur, as a startup, or maybe that idea, why you are the person who should be taken up to pursue that idea. And in the end, if you are trying to pitch in a place physically, try to have your card ready to distribute to the people who are there. Try to come to the point in the right moment. Do not try to drag it like a story. To be crisp. Third thing is try to keep your pace to a place. Do not run or do not go slow. Like any speech, try to keep your pace at 80 to 100 words. And try to customize your pitch to the audience that you're going to pitch in. Try to understand your audience beforehand. And understand the timings. Based upon timings, for example, 1 to 2 minutes, try to keep it very short, 100 to 200 words at most. Just like that, try to customize and go prepared as much as possible. But for the critical moments, Toastmaster is here to help. So let us see how our dear friends Sai Balaji has done in his elevator pitch. We have two great stalwarts in the room who's going to evaluate this elevator pitch in different dimensions. Let me invite the first pitch evaluator, DTM Padma Kumar. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Raghu. And thank you, Sai Balaji. What I liked about the fact is that you were not prepared, but still you took the opportunity. So that is a wonderful quality for any entrepreneur, being alert to emerging opportunities and willing to take the plunge, even though you've not had enough of preparation. Second aspect I liked about it is the enthusiasm with which you were presenting the whole, the products that you brought to the table, and you were confident. One was very, evident that your confidence level was quite high. Having said that, let me offer you a few thoughts, inputs on how you can make this into a nice pitch. For me, a pitch has to start with a customer pain. Your starting of the pitch was in terms of, about yourself and about your startup, your vision and your qualification. Typically, a person is willing to listen to all these only after you establish, why must you listen to me? And that part is well established only when you talk about a problem that the customer is facing, and not just talking about the problem, intensify the problem and establish how bad it will be if this problem is not solved. In other words, the urgent need for bringing up a solution is something that you should establish before you talk about your product. The second aspect I want to mention is, do not combine too many products into one pitch. You have hardly 3 to 5 minutes. It makes enough time just to provide the pitch for one product. So I would say next time you pitch one product. Do not go, with too many products. The third aspect I would say is that you rushed into talking about revenue and pricing and business model before you actually made the people listening to you feel that, yes, tell me more about it. I want to know more. I'm eager to invest, or I'm eager to buy this product. Price is something which typically, if you say the price much ahead of when it is expected, it can take the conversation in a completely different plane altogether. You first have to establish, persuade, inspire the person to buy your product. Then the question should be in their mind, oh, I'm willing, but how much is it going to cost me? That's the stage where you unveil the price. So all in all, I must say, given that you did not have too much of time to prepare, I must compliment you for taking the plunge and making this presentation. Keep in mind some of these aspects. Make sure that customer need is first established before you talk about your solution. All the very best to you. Thank you, Balaji.
Thanks for your valuable inputs. I clearly make a note of it.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Padma Kumar. Now it's time to go for second pitch evaluation, and then I invite Toastmaster Kalnar Tarun Kumar. Over to you.
Thank you, Raghu. And Sai, kudos for doing a good job. And I will be taking on from where DTM Padma left so that you get maximum value. In your first product, you could establish the reason why you were doing it. However, when we talk about elevator pitch, we must understand that elevator pitch is you are running short of time. You were able to catch hold of that person who's going to probably invest in your idea, in your dream. And in that shortest span of time, it might happen that you are able to catch him in an elevator. And while the elevator is moving up to his floor, can you sell this beautiful idea of yours to him? And he understands your product and he's willing to invest in you. Now, bringing that genesis to this particular point, We were all sitting comfortably and we want to understand this particular product. Your first product, is the POC or the MVP ready? I would like to know. What is your
MVP is
go-to-market?
MVP
No,
is
no,
already there.
I am just telling you, we can discuss that back. When you're talking about it in the shortest span of time, I should get that. I'm ready with my MVP and it is making great bones about in the market. There are about 1,000 people who are literally investing in my app, and that generates interest in me if I'm a potential investor. Similarly, whether your product market fit is actually there or not, how do you generate that? You have a beautiful problem statement and you are trying to make it up with the opportunity that you have grasped onto it. But you should also talk a little bit about your competitors in this space. Why? Because I, as a person who's going to invest in you, I consider me to be worldly wise. I would like to know what kind of competitors you are dealing with. Are they too big? Are they going to, is the big fish going to eat the small fish? Or are you going to deal with somebody who has got too deep a pocket? So all those things. Also, you must try and give out certain things about what kind of finances. Are you bootstrapped? What kind of finances? Is it family, friends? Or you have got a kind of an investor? That speaks volume about Sai, the kind of traction you have got, and your business is already making waves. And is it a B2B, B2C, B2B to B2C, D2C? What kind of an offering is this? And if these offerings are there, or is it a mixture of all these things? And you must also be wise enough to tell that what are the threats in the ecosystem that you have to grapple with. And that is where you're going to hit my emotional quotient by saying that I look up to you as a mentor. And if you're going to invest in me, I would certainly be taking certain points from you. A good job done. Restrict yourself to one pitch when you have little time on the cards. Thank you. Back to you, Raghu.
You have heard now from both the stalwarts, and I'm sure it will help our friend Sai Balaji to do better when he's actually going to pitch in his idea, or rather his startup. Thank you very much for attending the meeting today. I'm going to stop the recording now.